A very good evening to everyone. Hope everyone are doing good. I'm Nitin from Seven Sense Talent Solutions. Today, here on a discussion for a very important session, that is the problems based on percentages. All right. So, hope everyone are doing good, and I'm here to today again to concentrate on one of the basic problems, basic module, in fact, which covers the almost all the concepts. Today I'll be discussing the concepts on percentages. So hope everyone are doing good. All right. Um, Here in today's session, we're just going to learn right from basics how to find the percentages, how to approach solving the problems, along with the advanced level questions. All right. So the base here will be percentages. So you all know what exactly means percentages, right? So the understanding between the concept is what we are doing today. And along with that, the major part is we'll be learning this is just a basic approach of the quantitative aptitude, and the advanced level learning will be based on the concepts of the advanced concepts which comes under quantitative aptitude, right? So you'll be learning first with percentages, ratio and proportions. Ratio and proportions have already finished, right? The next will be percentages today, right? So you all know what exactly percentage means. We'll just be dealing with the concepts first. So actually, what do you all know percentage means? You all know it is just a symbol which is percentage, right? Actually, percentage means it is percent. All right, it is percent. So if it is percent, it will be for every 100. Cent is obviously 100, right? So for every 100, what is the value of x? Say for example, if I consider x percent, it means for every 100, what is the value percentage? All right. So you all know the fractions, right? Fraction in the form of a by b, or any ratio value in the form of a by b. All right. So if you convert this fraction into percentages, you know we already will do it, multiply it by 100. So you will get some value, say y percentage. So whenever any fraction value is given, we will convert that into percentage by multiplying it with 100. All right. So once you take up this fraction method, you will know how to find out the percentages. All right. So once this is the understanding of the question, x percent is nothing but for every 100, what is the value of x? Similarly, if any fraction is given, what will be the value of that fraction in terms of percentage? All right. Hope I'm audible to everyone. Is nothing but for every 100, what is? Yes, we have quite a few participants today. So first, we found out what is value of percentage, and then in terms of fraction. Now what we are going to learn is finding out the fractional values into percentages. All right, I'll teach you in a simple way to solve it. All right, so if you are there, you can just solve it from 1 by 2 till 1 by 25. So if you learn these values from 1 by 2 till 1 by 25, then it will be very easy to use these values while we are approaching percentage problems. All right. So we all know what is 1 by 2 value, right? So we'll just go on with each and every values. 1 by 2 is 50%, right? Fraction in convert into 100 will become 1 by 2, that is 100 by 2, which is 50%. Then next will be 1 by 3. So 100 by 3, you all know it is 33.33%. So kindly do the same thing for every values. We all know 1 by 4, which is 25%. Then 1 by 5, we all know, which is 20%. All the easy values can be found out easily, right? I want you to find out the best values of the other values as well. So 1 by 6, we'll just solve it with easy value. So 1 by 10, we all know it is 10%, right? Similarly, 1 by 20, you all know this 1 by 20, which is 5%. Then 1 by 25 is equal to 4%. Right. So here, when you are solving these values, I want you to find out these values in a simple way. All right. I want you all to find out the values in a simple way. That is, if you are taking, for example, these are all completely divisible values, right? So if it is recurring values in the sense, say for example, I will take it as 1 by 15. Okay, I'll just find it out with an example. 1 by 15. So 1 by 15 into 100, you'll do it. So 15 into, so while you're finding it out, you can do it in mind without using pen and paper. Try to do it in mind. So in 100, how many 15 parts are there? Okay, you need to do it in mind. In 100, how many 15 parts are there? So 115. So 15 into 6 times is 90, right? Remaining is 10. So again, in 10 parts, we cannot take 15 parts, right? In out of 10, we cannot find out 15 parts. So what we'll do, we'll put decimal values while we are dividing, and you'll take it as 100. Again, it will be 100. So it will be 6.666666. It keeps on going. For any recurring percentage value, always keep the value in 2 decimal points. Always keep the values in 2 decimal points. All right. Similarly, when it is non-recurring decimal digits, okay, non-recurring decimal digits, so it will be 1 by, let me take a simple value, 1 by 7. Okay, 1 by 7. So into 100, it will become 100 by 7. So what will you do? Out of 100, how many 7 parts are there? We know 14 into 7 is 98, right? So 14 parts, remainder is 2. So if you take decimal, it will become 20, right? Now in 20, how many 7 parts are there? 7 2s are 14, remainder is 6. Do not worry about the next value, just keep it as it is. Okay, do not worry about the next value. So while you do this, it is just about 14.2% value. So this is recurring. The next one is non-recurring, right? If it is completely divisible, if it is completely divisible, so I'll take it as 1 by 8. It becomes 100 by 8. So this is nothing but 12 parts is 96. Remainder is 4 point and 0. It will be 12.5%. So always keep it completely divisible value. All right. Now I want you all to find out the other values. So 6 is not there. So 1 by 6. We are finding out 1 by 6. So 1 by 6 is nothing but 100 by 6. In 100, how many 6 parts are there? So it is 16 parts. 16 into 6 is 96. Remainder is 4. So if you take decimal, it will become 40. So 16.66 are 36. That it will become, remainder is 4. It keeps on going. So it is recurring decimal value. So 16.66 is the left out. All right, 16.66% is the value of 1 by 6. All right. Next, it is 1 by 7. We already done. 1 by 8 is done. So we'll go with 1 by 9. So it is nothing but 100 by 9. So in 100 by 9, how many parts are there? So in 100, 9 into 10 times is 90. Remainder is 10 again. 9 11s are 99. So 11 times is 99. So 1 is remainder. We'll take 1 decimal. So it is 11.11. It keeps on going. Again, it is a recurring decimal value. All right. So 1 by 10 is done. 1 by 11. Next is 1 by 11. So it becomes 100 by 11. I want you all to find it out if you are there. 100 by 11. So 11 9s are 99 again. The remainder will be 1. If you take decimal, it will become 10. 1 more 0, it will become 100. Right? So 11 into how many times? Again, 11 9.090909. It keeps on going. Okay. it keeps on going. So 9.09 is the value. Next, 1 by 12. So 100 by 12, it is 12 into 8 are 96, remainder is 4. Then point and 0, 12 3s are 36. Again, it keeps on going. The value is 8.33. Okay, 1 by 12 is 8.33. Next, with 1 by 13. So it becomes 100 by 13. So 13 into 7 is 91. 9 is remaining. So 13 into 6 times is 78. So 7.6. Clearly, next it is 1 by 14 fraction. I am doing it till 1 by 25. So 1 by 14 is nothing but 14 6 are 84, 14 7s are 98. Then point, remainder is 2, so 7.1. All right, so you can verify while you are practicing it. So 100 by 15 is done. We'll go with 100 by 16. So 16 into 6 is 96. Remainder is 4. So 4 by 16 is 1 by 4. 1 by 4 is 0.25. So it is 0.25. So 6.25 is completely divisible value. All right. If 1 by 8 is completely divisible, 100 by 16 value is also completely divisible, or it is just half of 1 by 8 value. All right, clear? Next it is 1 by 17, so it is 100. That becomes 17 into 5 times is 85. Left out is 15. Point and 0, then this will be 17 into 8 times is 136, so 5.8%. If you remember these values, then it is very easy to solve. All right, so next is I'll just go out here, 1 by 18, so it is 100 by 18. Then this will be 18 5s are 90, remainder is 10, so it will be 5.55. So 1 by 19, so that becomes 100 by 19. 19 5s are 95, 5 is remaining, 19 2s are 38, so keep it as it is because it is a non-recurring value. 1 by 20 we already know. We'll jump to 1 by 21, so it becomes 100 by 21. 100 by 21 in the sense 21 into 5 times is 105, so it will be 4 times. 21 into 4 is 84, remainder is 16. 160, out of 160 how many 21 parts are there? 7 parts. 21 into 7 is 147. All right, so left out, I think I just fill it up here. 100 by 22. So 22 in the sense 22 into 4 times is 88, remainder is 12. Then 22 into 5 times is 110. So let us keep it as 4.5 itself. So next, 100 by 30, 100 by 23. So 100 by 23 is 23 into 4 times is 98. Remainder is 2. 23 into 4 is 92. Remainder is 8. So 80. 23 into 3 is 69. So 4.3. 100 by 24 is the last value. So this becomes 24 into 4 times is 96. Remainder is 4. So out of 40, it will be only one part. So it is 4.1. And 1 by 25 is 4. Now, if you can just observe, right from first till the end, it is reducing, right? 1 by 2 is 50%. 1 is nothing but 100%, right? So from 100%, it is reducing. If the fraction in the denominator of the fraction increases, the percentage decreases. Clear? So if you know till 1 by 25, it will be very easy to solve. All right. We'll go on to the next concept, which is percentage increase or decrease. Whenever any value with respect to percentage increase or decrease is given, we'll be using two different formula. All right, we'll be using two different formula. One, say for example, A and B is there. All right, A and B are there. If both are there, I'll ask the question. Okay, I'll ask the question. If B has 10% more money than A, okay, or B's money is increasing by 10% more than A, by what percent is A having lesser than B? Okay, the question is, if B has 10% more, or if B's money increases by 10% than A, then by what percent does A value decrease by B or lesser than B? More, increase, whatever the value they give, you need to use one particular formula. So before using the formula, I'll explain with simple example. All right. So they are telling first B value increases by 10% than A. Okay, B value increases by 10% more than A. So if it increases by 10%, then we do not know A value or B value here. All right. So just assume A value as 100 rupees or 100. Okay, better it is 100. It will be very easy to approach. All right. So when it is 100, now you need to find out 10%. Okay. So before that, I will explain this one concept. Before that, we'll just go on with one simple concept, finding out the percentages of any given value. Finding out the percentages of any given value. All right. So it is raining heavily in Bangalore today. Good situation. So when you want to find out percentages, say for example, if the question will be like 45% of X, 36% of X, if any value is given with percentage value, how to find out without going with complication method? Okay, complication, that is multiplication method. All right. So say for example, if they give you 36% of say we'll have 220, they're asking 36% of 220. All right. How to find out this? How to find out this? So the question is 36% of 250. So 220. Now you usually used to do 36 by 100 into 220. Right? If it is like this, you will do 0 and 0 gets cancelled. Then 36 into 22 by 10. Right? We will do that only. So always try to avoid that method if the numbers are complicated. If this value are complicated, if any value is complicated, how can you use it without going complication method? If that was 222, how will you do it? It is very difficult because you need to multiply 36 into 222, then divide it by 100. Right? This is a complicated method. So that's why I prefer don't go with this method. All right. If you feel you're comfortable with this method, you can easily go ahead. All right. So now, how to go ahead with this method? The best method to approach is by addition method, just by considering 10%, 5%, and 1%. Right? So previously I showed you this one value, right? So 10% is what? 1 by 10 value. Okay, you need to remember this. I'll just mark it in red so that you will not forget. So 10% here is 1 by 10 value. All right. So 5% where here it is this 1 by 20. All right. Then 1% is nothing but the 100% value. All right. So if you just remember 10% value, the best value here. All right. 10% value, if you remember, it will be easy to approach. Why? I'll tell you. So here I have told 10% value, right? If any question is given. Now the simple question is 36% of 220. Okay. So if you are very quick in doing math, or if you are very good in calculation, you can go with doing this without using pen. So now 36 is consisting of 10 into 3 times, 5 into 1 time, 1% into 1 time. All right. So now the 10% value is very easy to find out, right? That is 1 by 10. Okay. So 10% is nothing but 1 by 10 value. So whatever you value get, it is X. All right. That is 10%. 5% is half of 10%, right? Half of 10%. So whatever value you get it, if you divide this just by 2, X value by 2, you will get 5% value. You will get 5% value, which is Y. Similarly, 1% is 1 by 10th of 10%. 1% is, if you divide 10% by 10, you will get 1%, right? So similarly, if you divide this value by 10, you will get it as Z, which is 1% value. See, you can easily get these values. All right. Now, once you do this, find out the best do multiplication method in mind. So here it is the question of 36%. So 10% is 1/10, right? So 1/10 is 22. So first it is 10%, which is 22. All right. So we need to find out 30%. 30% in the sense into 3 times. So 22 into 3 gives me 66. So we already found out 30% value. Now 5% value. If 10% is 22, 5% is half of 10%. So divide this value by 2. 22 by 2 gives me 11%. Sorry, 11 rupees or any value, 11. Okay. So 30% is 66. 5% is 11. Now we need to find out 1%. 10% is 22. 1% is divide 22 by 10. Divide 22 by 10. So it becomes 2.2. All right. So now we have 30% value, which is 66. Then 5% value. You can do this in mind, guys. Okay, you can do this in mind. 5% value, which is 11. Then 1% value, which is 2.2. So 66 plus 11 becomes 77. 77 plus 2.2 is 79.2. So answer will be 79.2. So 36% of 220 is 79.2. This is just an explanation. Okay, don't worry. Don't think that it is very big and you cannot follow it up. All right. This is very, very simple, and you can easily approach the values, whatever the values that is given. All right. So, okay, I'll just solve one more example. You will understand in a better way. Okay. What if the question is 57%? 57% of, let us say, 120. If they ask you 57, okay, let's go with 1200. 57% of 1200. Now 57 can be written in two ways. Okay, 57 can be written in two ways, that is 50 plus 2 plus 5. 2 plus 5, so this is 10 into 5, or this will be 1 into 2, then this will be 5 into 1 times, right? So 10%, 1% and 5%. Okay, or you can write it as 60 minus 3. 60 minus 3 is 57, right? So you need to know how to do it. Okay, so 60 minus 3, I can write 60 as 50 plus 10, right? 50 plus 10 minus 3, or you can directly do it, or you can directly take it as 10 into 6 times. 10% value into 6 times minus 1% value into 3 times. So 10 and 1, we can do it in mind. All right, whichever you want, you can go ahead. So if this case was a complete or random number, not in the multiples of 100 or 10, what would you do? I'll just take it in a different answer, different number. What if that number was 125? Okay, so 125 is the value. So you can take first with this method, 10 into 5. It is just complicated. Okay, we'll just go with simple one, 10 into 6 and 1 into 3, or 50 plus 10 minus 3, whichever you want, you can go ahead. All right, so we'll just go with 50 plus 10 minus 3. So 50%, 10% minus 3%. So 50% you can directly write it, because I told you already 50% is nothing but half value. All right, 50% is half value. Let's go with this next question. 50% is half of 125. Half of 125, 120 by 2 is 60, 5 by 2 is 2.5. So it is 62.5. 5 plus 10%. 10% of 125 is 12.5 plus 175 is 1.25. 1.25 into 3, 125 into 3 will be 375. So it is 3.75. Simple and easy. All right. So if you add this, what will be this value? 62 plus 12, which is 74. 0.5, it is 75. 75 minus 3.75. 75 minus 3 gives me 74. 1 minus 0.75 is 2.5, 0.25. So this will be 71.25. All right. 75 minus 3 is 72. Sorry, 72. 71.25. So there will be 0.75 lesser than that. So answer will be 71.25. So this method you can do it in mind without using pen. Or sometimes if any complicated value is there, finding out these values should be, try to refrain yourself from using the pen. All right. Hope you all got it. Clear. Now the percentage increase or decrease. Now if you understand this, you can easily find out. Say for example, if that value is given as 93. Okay, if value is given as 93, you can either split it up as 90 plus 3 or 100 minus 7. 100 is nothing but whatever the value. Say for example, if they ask you 93% of 270. Okay, if they ask you 93% of 270, 270 whatever the value is nothing but 100. Okay, so 7 can be split up as 5% and 1% into 2 times. Do it in mind, right? 5% is what? 10% is 27. 5% is 27 by 2, right? So 27 by 2 is nothing but 26 is 13, so 13.5. So it is 13.5 plus 1% is 2.7, 2% is 5.4. So this becomes 18.9. So 270 minus 18.9. So 70 minus 10 is 60. 60 minus 8 is 52. So it will become 252. 1 minus 0.9 is 0.1. So it will be 251.1. So if you can solve this, check it in calculator. That will be the right answer. All right. So 93% of 270 gives me 251.1. Clear? The same method you can do it with whatever number they give it to you. Okay, so this is what I was explaining it here. Okay, the point that I was discussing was percentage increase or decrease. So I told if B's value increases by 10% than A, okay, then by what value does A value decrease from B? Or if B is having 10% more money than A, okay, then what percentage of B value or what percentage does A have less value than B? Simple understanding. Let us say if A is having 100 rupees, what will B have? B will have 10% more than A. So 10% more than A is 10 rupees, right? So it will be 110. All right, now they are asking what percentage is A value or A's money less than B. Okay, so it is, let us find the difference first. B is more than A by 10 rupees, right? So 10 rupees is the difference where A is less. A is 10 rupees less than B. Now this 10 rupees that we are comparing it with B value, right? A is 10 rupees less than B. So it becomes 110 into 100. So this value will become 0 and 0 gets cancelled. 1 by 11, you all know it is 9.09%. 9.09%. Clear? Hope you all remember this. If the fractional method that I told you, if you don't remember, you cannot find this. All right. So here, if value first in the statement is given in terms of increase, okay, I told you there is one formula. Okay, if the value itself is in increase format, there is one formula which is R by 100 plus R. This is in the fraction, convert it into percentage by multiplying it with 100. All right, so R is increase in the percentage, increase in the percentage, that is B is 10% more. When it is more, denominator will be 100 plus R. Okay, just substitute the R value, so it becomes 10 by 100 plus 10 becomes 110. The same concept here, multiply it with 100, you will get it as 9.09. All right, we hope you remember this formula there. This is percentage increase. Okay, so comparatively, by what percentage will A decrease? All right, now the same question in a different way. In the same question in a different way. Again, same A and B. If B is having 20% lesser than A, if B is having 20% lesser, that is decrease value, what value will be A with respect to B? That is, what percentage is A more than B? This is the question. Same concept. If A is if A is 100, B is 20% less. So 20% in the sense 10% is 10, 20% is 20, right? So 20 minus 100, so it will become 80, right? So A is 20 rupees more than 100. So A is 20 rupees more than B. So if it is 20 rupees more than B, it becomes 20 by 80. Multiply that with 100, so it becomes 25%. That is 20 into 1 time, 20 into 4 times. So 100 by 4, we already know it is 25%. Now the same thing if you apply using the formula R by 100 minus R. Okay, because initially they have asked lesser value, it is decreasing, it is lesser. When the lesser is given in denominator, it will become 100 minus R. All right, so this becomes, this is into 100, so R is 20, 100 minus R is 80 into 100. The same equation, it will become 25%. So this is the formula for percentage decrease. Percentage increase, it will be R by 100 plus R into 100. Okay, that is with respect to percentage increase or decrease. Clear? All right. Now the next question, next concept is based on results on population. This is with respect to population. Now imagine in a city of Bangalore. Okay, in a city of Bangalore at present. Okay, at present, let us say it is 50 lakh population. Okay, at present it is 50 lakh population. All right, so I've just given 5 lakhs. Okay, let us consider 5 lakh. In Bangalore, if the current population is 5 lakhs, I know it is not literally that, but I've just taken an example there. Bangalore, the population is 5 lakhs and it increases by R value, which is, let us assume 10% every year. It increases by 10% every year. If it increases by 10% every year, what will be the Bangalore's population after 5 years? After 5 years. All right, do not even think of multiplying 10% into 5, which gives me 50%. So in after 5 years, it will be 50% more than currently. This is 10% every year, per year. Okay, so every year it keeps on increasing by 10%. So every year it changes. All right. So second year it becomes, that is the next year it becomes, say present if it is 2020. So there is the type of question, something like this mentioning here. So after 5 years, in the sense, what will be its population after 5 years, which is 2025. All right. So for this, we have one particular formula. Population after n years, PA, is equal to PP, that is present. I'll just consider as present population into 1 plus R. R is the change of rate divided by 100 whole power n. N is the time duration. N is the time duration. All right. So this is the population after n years. Okay. Population after n years, it will be PP, which is the present population, into 1 plus R by 100 whole power n. You will be solving with the formulas. All right. You will be solving with the formulas. Okay. So next, population. Now next question is, if present population was 5 lakhs, what was the Bangalore's population in 2015? That is n years ago. The rate is 10% itself. It keeps on increasing at the rate 10%. All right. So if that rate was increasing by 10% from 2015, at presently it is 5 lakhs. So what was the population 5 years ago? So 5 years ago, in the sense, population before n years. That is present population divided by 1 plus R by 100 whole power n. Okay, this is one simple example from the concepts of compound interest. Okay, this is a formula that we use in compound interest. Clear? So this is 100, sorry, PB, that is population before n years. This is after n years, this is before n years, is equal to population that is present divided by 1 plus R by 100 whole power n. So R will be 10%, n will be 5 years. All right, so we will be using these formulas to solve the problems. Clear? So please make a note of this. Please make a note of this. Clear? All right. We'll just solve with few examples first and then jump on exercises. Okay. Let me solve with first one, that is, if I take a simple example of 45% of 2,650. Okay, we have Madhu there who is solving with us. What is 45% of 2,650? What can you do for this question? 45% of 2,650. You can do it as 50 minus 5. All right, 50 minus 5. Clear? So 50 minus 5 is nothing but half of this value, 2,650 by 2. So that will be 2,600 is 1,300. 50 by 2 is 25. So it becomes 1,325 minus 5%. So 10% is 26.5, right? 5% is half of that. It will be same 13.25. All right. So you can just subtract this value. So 25 minus 13, it will be 12. So 0.25 if you subtract, it will be 11. All right. So the answer will be 1311.75. 45% of 2650 is 1311.75. Clear? Hope everyone understood this. All right. 50 is half of this, so it is 1325. Then 5% is 10% is 265. Oh, sorry, 10% is 265. Here I've done a mistake. Don't solve it. Here I've taken just 265 value and I've taken 10%. The answer will be different. Just a second. 10% is 265. All right, 5% is half of that. So it will become 132.5. So it is 325 minus 132. So 300 minus 100 is 200. 325 minus 100 is 225. 225 minus 30 will be 190. So 190 in the sense 193. Yes, 193. So it becomes 1193. 3 minus 0.5 is 2.5. So it becomes 1192.5. All right. So I've taken 265 itself. This will be 5%. 10% is 265. 5% is 132.5. All right. So the answer for this will be 1192.5. Clear? All right, we'll go on to the next question. If you want to solve, we'll just go ahead with say 76% of 115. Find out 76% of 115. If you know the multiplication and if you are very quick in multiplication, you can easily find out the value with the traditional method. But if you want to go with this shortcut method, that is instead of complicated multiplication, simple addition, you can go ahead with that. So here 76% is the value given. So 76 is nothing but 50 plus 25 plus 1. So 50 is nothing but half of this value. So half of that will be 100 is 57.5, right? So it is 57.5 plus 25% is half of this value, right? Half of this value. So 50 by 2 is 25. 7.5 by 2 is 37.5. So 25 plus I think 56 and 1.5 can be taken. 56 is 28. 1.5 by 2 is 0.75. So it is 28.75. Plus, you will get the answers when you're doing it in mind. All right. So then what is 1%? 10% is 11.5. 1% is 1.5. Sorry, 1.15. All right. Now you just add it. 57 plus 28. So it is 78 plus 7 is 85. So 85. You can do this in mind or we can directly add it quickly. 85 plus 0.15 plus 0.5 is 0.65. 0.65 plus 75 is 65. 75. 80 plus 60, 140. So 1.4. So that becomes 86.4. 76% of 115 is 86.4. '57 plus 20. Oh, I have taken here 1 itself. So it will be 86. So 86 plus 1.4 will be 87.4. I had left out this 1. 57 plus 28 is 85. All right. 85 plus 1. This is 1.15. That is 1% value. This is 25% value. This is 50% value. So you should know how to solve this. Okay. What if now the question changes? The answer is 87.4, guys, not 86.4. It is 87.4. All right. But what if they ask you this way? 115% of 320. What if the value of 115% of 320? So whenever they ask you like this, you need to split up the values. 115 is nothing but 100 plus 15, right? 100 plus 15. So now we just need to find out 100% is nothing but this 320 itself. I already told you we need to find out 15% extra. So 100% is 320. 15% can I write it as 10 and 5? So 10% is 32. 5% is 16. So this will become 320 plus 32 is 352. 352 plus 16 is 368. So it will be more than this value if they ask more than 100%. Less than 100% will be always less than this. Okay, less than 100% means it will always be less than that value. All right, so the answer will be 368. Clear? All right, hope everyone understood this. Okay, we'll jump into the problems. We'll just go with the statemental problems first and then with the shortcut tricks with the basics, and then go with advanced level problems. The first question is, two numbers A and B are such that the sum of 5% of A and 4% of B is 2/3 of the sum of 6% of A and 8% of B. They are asking find the ratio of A is to B. They are asking find the ratio of A is to B. Check it out. Two numbers A and B are such that the sum of 5% of A and 4% of B is 2/3 the sum of 6% of A and 8% of B. Simple question. 5% of A, that is 5 by 100 A, plus 4 by 100 B. 4 by 100 B is equal to 2/3 of the sum of 6%, that is 6 by 100 of A plus 8 by 100 of B. All right, this is 100. I beg your pardon. Okay. Now, what are they asking? The ratio of A is to B. A is to B is nothing but A by B in the end. All right, A by B in the end. Now, once you write down this, I think the denominator cancels from both the sides. 100 is common, right? So 100, 100, 100, 100 gets cancelled here. All right. So 5A, you'll just cross multiply this. Okay, we'll just cross multiply 3 here. So it becomes 15A plus 3 4s are 12B is equal to 2 into 6 is 12A plus 2 8s are 16B. We'll just take the like terms and unlike terms. So 15 minus 12 is 3A. That will be equal to 16 minus 12 is 4B. Now they're asking A is to B. A is to B in the sense B comes in the denominator. So A by B is equal to 4 by 3. The ratio is 4:3. All right. The answer will be 4:3. Hope everyone understood this. 5% of A plus 4% of B, that is the sum, is equal to 2/3 of the sum of 6% of A and 8% of B. So the ratio will be 4:3. 4:3. All right. And we'll go with the next question. This is a simple question, guys. A student multiplied a number by 3 by 5 instead of 5 by 3. Okay. What is the percentage error in the calculation? What is the percentage error in the calculation? Now, they are telling, say for example, if I consider x as that number. Okay. Now, if I multiply any number, the total value will change, right? So just say, for example, if I consider 10, right? Just by considering 10. Now, if I multiply this by 3 by 5, okay. So 3 by 5 is nothing but 6 here. 3/5 of 10 is 6. That is 5 ones are 5 twos are. So 3 into 2 is 6, right? So instead of 5 by 3, I am making 3 by 5. So this becomes multiply the same number. Okay, I'm multiplying 10 with 5 by 3. I should supposed to do this. Okay, I should supposed to do this, but here it is 3 by 5. So 5 by 10 into 3, sorry, 5 by 3 into 10 is 50 by 3. So what will be this value? That will be 32 by, sorry, this will be 50 by 3 itself. So it will become 3 into 16 times is 48. So it becomes 16 2 by 3. So this will be the value. All right. So instead of this, I get this. There is a huge difference. Right. I repeat, there is a huge difference. Right. So that is the error made. That difference is the error made. So if that is the difference, what will be the actual error? Okay, this is a simple example. So what will be that percentage of that error? Percentage of that error supposed to be with respect to this calculation. All right. So how can you solve this? So if the number was this, we need to take a difference, right? So here, if we take the difference, we'll get to know what is actually error made. So difference of the error made is 5 by 3 minus 3 by 5, right? Now this error is being calculated. Originally what it was supposed to be? It was 5 is to 3, that is 5 by 3. Instead he is using 3 by 5, right? So initially it was supposed to be 5 by 3. So this is the percentage of error calculation. So this is the difference between the values which gives me the error. The difference itself is the error made, that with respect to the original value should be multiplied as 5 by 3. All right. So this is the fraction. Convert it into percentage by multiplying it with 100. Right. So what will you get the answer? I'll just erase this. That was just a simple example. So now the numerator will be 15, 25 minus 9. So numerator will become 16 by 15. So denominator will go to numerator. So it will become 3 by 5. So convert that into percentage by multiplying it with 100. So what will you get the answer? 3 into 1 time, 3 into 5 times. So 5 into 5 in the denominator it is 5 into 5, which is 25 times. 25 into 1 is 25 into 4 times. So the percentage of error made is 64%. Percentage of error made is 64%. A simple value. This is the true value. This is the mistake made. Okay. If you take the difference, you will get to know what is the actual error. Okay. That with respect to true value will give me 5 by 3. All right. True value. True value. All right. So the answer will be 64%. Clear? So answer will be 64%. We'll go on to the next question. Two friends, Akash and Banu, had some candies each. Banu had 15 candies more than Akash. The candies with Akash was 60% of the total candies with them. How many candies did each have? How many candies did each have? Just look at the question. Two friends, Akash and Banu, had some candies. Banu had 15 candies more than the Akash. The candies with Akash was 60% of the total candies with them. How many candies did each of them have? Find out with the value. Let us say Akash and Banu had X. Okay. Banu is telling, they're telling Banu had 15 candies more than Akash. So X is Akash, Banu will be X plus 15. All right. Then the candies with Akash was 60% of the total candies with them. So candies with Akash was X, which was 60% of the 60% of the total candies with them. 60% off in the sense total candies is X plus 15 plus X. All right. Now, if you find out X value, we'll get to know how much candies did Akash have and how much candies did B have will be Banu, that is 15 more than that. So X, this will be 20 into 3 times, 20 into 5 times. So just cross multiply, 5x is equal to, this is 2x here, 3 into 2 is 6x plus 15 into 3 is 45. All right. So now just take the difference. Just take the difference. I think the difference between them will be X. All right. So Akash was 60% of the total candies with them. How many candies did each of them? I think you'll get a negative value here. You get a negative value. I think this, we can just look at the question. Banu had 15 candies more than Akash. So if she has 15 candies more than Akash, that is what we have considered, right? Then candies with Akash was 60% of the total candies with them. How many candies did each have? I think there is slight, wrong in the question itself. There's a slight mistake in the question itself. I think if I change this question, okay, if I change this question, instead of Banu, if I take Akash, okay, if instead of Banu, if I take Akash, so let us say if Banu had X candies, Akash will be X plus 15. All right, so if I take that, X plus 15 is Akash value, that is 60% of the total candies with them. So it will become 2x plus 15. So this becomes 20 into 3 times, 20 into 5 times, then 5x plus 75, 5x plus 75 is equal to 3 into 2 is 6x plus 45. All right, so that will become 6x minus 5x is x is equal to 75 minus 40. This is 30. So we'll get to know Banu. So the question, you can change this question, guys. It is not Banu, this is Akash. Okay, here it is Banu. All right, so 30 is equal to Banu candies. So Banu has 30 candies. Akash will be 30 plus 15, which is 45 candies. All right, hope you all got it. So 30 and 45, change the question. This will be Akash had 15 candies more than Banu. All right, we'll go on to the next question. And this is very, very simple question. What percentage of the numbers from 1 to 30 has 1 and 9 in the unit place? What percentage of numbers from 1 to 30 has 1 and 9 in the units place? So we have 30 numbers together, right? We have 30 numbers together. 1 and 9 is the values that they are asking. So from 1 to 30, how many numbers will we have? That is units place. 1, 9, 11, 19, and 21, 29. Okay, so these are the numbers. So we have 6 numbers. 6 out of how many numbers? Totally, it is 30 numbers. This is in the fraction. That is what they are asking. 1 and 9 are totally 6 numbers, and they are asking the fraction or the percentage of it. So into 100. So 6 into 1 time, 6 into 5 times, 5 ones are 5 20s are. So totally it is 20% of the numbers from 1 to 30 has 1 and 9, both of them. So totally it is 20%. Clear? All right, we'll go on to the next question. I think this is also an easy question. That's why I've started with basic question, then move on to advanced question. All right, 3 candidates Ajay, Bijoy, and Chandu. We'll just take A, B, and C, guys. Just take A, B, and C. Contested an election and received 1800, 3300, and 3900 votes, respectively. What percentage of the total votes did A get? So they're asking A is getting how many votes? 1800 votes. This votes is what percentage of total votes? So that is 1800 is what percentage of total votes? So 18 plus 33 gives me 51. 51 plus 39 gives me 90. So total vote is 9000. All right, this is the fraction, simple method. Directly do it in mind. Right, so this is into 100. Right, so this zeros and zeros gets cancelled, this 0 and this 0 gets cancelled. 9 into 1 time, 9 into 20 times. So 20% of the EA's vote is the total vote. 20% of EA's vote is the value out of total votes 9000. All right, can you all tell me what is the percentage of votes of B? We have Vishal, Prajwal, and Madhu who are responding. Find out what is the percentage of total votes. Oh, sorry, what percent of total votes did B get? Find it out. So that will be 3300 divided by 9000 into 100. So 0, 0 gets cancelled, this and this gets cancelled. So this will be 3 into 3 times, 3 into 11 times, then 110 by 3. 110 by 3, so this becomes 3 ones are, 3 into 3 times is 9, 2 is left out, then 3 into 6 is 18, 2 is left out, 36.66%. 36.66%. Right, then C will be added with this 56.66, then C will be 43.44. C will be 43.44. Directly you can do this. If you add A and B, you will get it as 56.66, and C will be directly left out value, so it will be 43.44. All right, so this is the method you can directly apply and check the answer. All right, we'll go on to the next question. Total population of a village increased from 18,000 to 22,500 in a decade. The average percentage increase in population per year. They're asking per year how much percentage it increased. That is with respect to average. All right. So totally in a decade is as it will be 10 years. Right. If it is 10 years, average will be divided by 10. So total change divided by 10 will be the average value. So every year it increases by some value, and we need to take the average increase, that is in terms of percentage. All right, so that from first year, let us say first year, or let us say if it is 2000, the year 2000, the population was 18,000. All right, so after 10 years, that is in 2010, it is 22,500. All right, so from this to this, it has changed to how much value? If you take the difference, it is 4,500 in 10 years. So in 10 years, if it is 4,500, what will be it 1 year? In 1 year, it is increasing by 450. In 1 year, it is increasing by 450. If it is increasing by 450 from first year, at what percentage is it increasing? From first year, at what percentage? It will become 450 divided by 18,000 into 100. This gets cancelled, this and this gets cancelled, 18 and 18 gets cancelled, 0 and 0 gets cancelled. So this will become 9 into 5 times, 9 into 2 times, so that will be 2.5% increase. So every year it is increasing by 2.5%. Every year it is increasing by 2.5%. All right. From first year it is 18,000. 10th year it will be 22,500. So for 10 years it is increased by 4,500. So for 1 year it is 450. That is the average. All right. So average increase by every year from first year. It is 2.5%. We'll go on to the next question. And again, this is also a simple question. Sachin had scored 140 runs against Australia, which included 11 boundaries and 6 sixes. Okay. What percentage of his score did he make by running between the wickets? What percentage of the score did he make by running between the wickets? Can you find it out? Now total runs was 140, right? Total runs was 140. So amongst this, he made 11 fours, 11 boundaries in the sense 11 fours, that is 11 into 4 plus 6 sixes. So 6 sixes. Then the remaining will be runs. Okay, that is he ran between the wickets. All right. So if you subtract total runs from the runs made by boundaries and sixes, we'll get to know the runs made by running. So 11 into 4 is 44 plus 6 into 6 is 36. So that will be 140 minus 80. So he just made 60 runs by running. Now what is asking? What percentage of his total score did he make by running between the wickets? So what will be this value? So 60 divided by total score, right? 60 of his running score divided by total score into 100. So 0 and 0 gets cancelled. Then 2 into 3 times, 2 into 7 times. So 100 by 7 if you know. 100 by 7 if you know. 100 by 7 is what? We went with the first one. It is 14.2. Right? Just keep it as 14.2. So what will be this? 142 into 3. 14 into 3 is 42. 0.2 into 3 is 6. So it will be 42.6%. So he made 42.6%. Guys, it's not 42.8, it's 42.6. If you want to take with the next value also, it will be value which is clear. All right, if you want to take up next value, then this will be 7 into 14 times is 98 point, and remaining is 2. So 7 into 2 is 14, remaining is 6, 2, 8. So if you take 14.3, then it will become 42.9. Okay, 42.9. So it will vary. Okay, from 42.6 to 42.3. Again, it depends on what kind of value you take here. 100 by 7 is 1 by 7 fraction, right? So 1 by 7 into 3 times will be 3 by 7. That you need to multiply by 100. The answer will be 42.6 to 42.9, depending on the values you take it. All right, we'll go on to the next advanced section of the problems. If you guys have any queries, please post the same in the chat box so that I can surely clear it out. Sony is 20% heavier than Rekha in weight. By how much percent is Rekha lighter than Sony? A simple question. I think I have discussed this with you. You can use the formula or the direct method which you can apply. Vishal says it is 42.856. So approximately it is 42.9. Approximately it is 42.9. Okay. What is the answer for this? I think I have solved this to you all, right? So let us see. Sony and Rekha. So Rekha and Sony here. So Sony is 20% heavier. So 20% heavier than Rekha, right? So by what percent is Rekha lesser than Sony? So let us take Rekha is 100 kg. Sony will be 20% more, which is 120 kg. So Rekha is differing from Sony by 20 kgs. With respect to Sony, that percentage of Rekha. So this becomes into 100. So you know this is 100 by 6. So what is 100 by 6 that I first taught you? 100 by 6 will be 16.66. So answer is 16.66%. Now if you use this formula, first is heavier in the sense it is more, right? So R by 100 plus R. R by 100 plus R. So R will be 20%. Denominator will be 120% into 100. So this will be this will be 6 times. So 100 by 6 is 16.66. Answer will be 16.66. All right. We'll go on to the next question. Now see here, the advanced level will be consuming more time. Okay. The advanced level will be of consuming more time. The question is, in a class of 72 students, 87.5% of the students cleared CAT exam. How many did not clear it? Okay. They're asking how many did not clear it. What is the question they have asked? 72 students were there, 87.5 did not clear. So simple example here. If 72 students were there, 87.5 did not clear. Sorry, 87.5 did not clear. Oh, sorry, they have cleared. They have cleared here. So not cleared is remaining, which is 12.5%. Right? They're asking how many did not clear. They're asking the number. Right. So just find out 12.5% of 72. 12.5% of 72. So you can find out 12.5%. You can separate this as 12% and 0.5%. Okay. So 12% is 10 and 2. 10 is 7 and 12 is 1 is 7.2, 14.4. 100% is 72. 10% is 7.2. 14%. What will be the value? I think if we go with this, I'll just try it out with the traditional method. If you try it out, 12.5 by 100 into 72. Nope, you will have to multiply directly 125 into 72, then divided by 1000. We'll just go with this. So 10% is 7.2 plus 1% is 0.72. 2% is 144, so it will be 1.44 plus 0.5%. So 0.5% is 0.5 by 100 into 72. So 0.5 is 1 by 2, right? 72 divided by 100. So this this is okay, just take it. 1% is 0.72, half percent is 0.36. So if you add all this, what will be the value? 7 plus 1, which is 8. So 8 plus 4436. 4436 is 80. 80 plus 2 is 1. So 8 plus 1, which is 9. So totally 9 students. 9 students did not clear. Then 87.5 is nothing but 63. So 63 students cleared the exam. All right, you can use this particular method. 12% is 10 plus, I just written here, 10%, 2%. See, without using pen, I did that. Okay, so 0.5%. 0.5 I can take it as half, right? So divide by 2 with 1% value. 1% is 0.72, right? 0.72 by 2 is 0.36. All right. So if you add all this, you will get it as 9. So totally 9 students did not clear the exam. We'll go on to the next question. Renuka spends 35% of her income on clothes and 40% on food. If food amounts to rupees 384, what does she spend on clothes? See, they are just telling she spends 35% of her income on clothes and 40% on food. They're just asking what amount she spends on clothes if she spends 40% on food. There is a simple shortcut trick for this, right? She's spending 384 rupees for food. That is 40% of her income. Let us say her income is X. She is spending on food, which is 384, correct? So what will be the total income? You can find it out. What will be the total income? So it becomes 384 into 100 divided by 40. So 0, 0 gets cancelled. I think this will be easily solved, right? 4 ones are 4, 9s are 36, 2 remaining, 4 6 are. So total income was 960. Total income was 960. Now she is spending 35% of her income on clothes, right? So what is 35% of her total income, which is X? X is 960. So find out 35% of 960. 35% of 960. You can take it as 40 minus 5. 40 minus 5. 10% is 96. 40% is 96 into 4 times. 9 fours are 36. So 360 plus 6 fours are 24. So it will be 384. That is 40%. We already know it is 384 minus 5%. You can just do like this. We know already 40% value, which is 384, right? So just subtract 5% because 5% less than the amount that she is spending. So 5% of 960. 10% is 98. 5% is 48. 10% is 96. Sorry. 5% is 48. So 84 minus 48. So what will be the answer? It will be 300 and 80 minus 40 is 40. 44 minus 8 will be 36. So 336 she spends on food. All right. So she'll be left out with some value. She'll be left out with some value. That is nothing but 15%, so 25% of that value. All right. She spends 336 rupees on food. Clear? We'll go on to the next question. Okay, there is this question now. In an acoustics class, 120 students are male, 100 students are female. 25% of the male students and 20% of female students are engineering students. Then they are telling 20% of the male engineering students and 25% of the female engineering students passed the final exam. Now they are asking what percentage of engineering students failed the exam. They're asking some students passed, some students failed. So what percentage of only engineering students failed the exam? All right. So there is this class. We have 120 students and 100 female. This is male. This is female. All right. So now they are telling 25% of the male students and 20% of the female students are engineering students, right? So 25% of male, 25% of male. Find out 25%. 25% is nothing but 1 by 4. Okay. Don't find out 10 and 5 and then add it. All right. So 1/4 of 120 is 30 students are engineering male students. Similarly, 20%. 20% you all know it is 20 female engineering students. Okay, 20 female engineering students. Now what are they telling? In male engineering students, 20% of the male passes. All right. So in this, 20% of the male pass. So what is 20%? 10% is 3, 20% is 6. So 6 pass. All right. Remaining 24 fail. Okay. So 20% of 30 is 6 students pass. All right. Now, similarly here, 25% of female pass. So 25% is 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 of 20 is 5 female students pass, and remaining 15 students fail. All right. Now what are they asking? How many or what percentage of engineering students fail? We have engineering students totally who are there, right? So what is the total engineering students here? 30 plus 20, which is 50 engineering students. Out of 50 engineering students, how many failed? Failed is 24 male, 15 female. So 24 plus 15 is 39. That into 100. So if you do this, what will you get the answer? So that will be 50 into 1 time, 50 into 2 times. So 39 into 2 is 78% of the students, engineering students, failed the exam. All right. Remaining will be 6 plus 5, which is 11. 11 by 50, you will get to know 11 by 50 into 100, which is 22% pass. All right. 22% of the students pass. Clear? Hope everyone understood this. So 120 are the male, 100 are the female. So first 25 and 20% male and female respectively are engineering. So 25% is nothing but 1 by 4. All right. 1/4 of 120 is 30. So in 120 male, 30 are engineering students. All right. Then remaining are 90 students who are in acoustics class. Similarly, female 20% are engineering. So 20% in the sense out of 100 it is 20 there. So 20 female engineering students. So total engineering students will be 30 plus 20, which is 50. 50 engineering students. Amongst those, 20% of the male and 25% of the female passed the final exam. So 20% of the male is 6. That is 10% is 3, 20% is 6. All right. Then 20% of 25% of female passed. So 25 is 1 by 4, which is 20 by 4, which is 5. So 5 female and 6 male passed the exam. That is nothing but 22% passed. Remaining is 78. That is what they have asked it. All right. Okay, we'll go on to the next question. Now the tougher level of the questions changes. All right, a candidate who gets 20 marks fails by 10 marks, but another candidate who gets 42% marks gets 12% of the maximum marks more than the passing marks. All right, he gets 12% of maximum marks more than the passing marks. They are asking find the maximum marks. Find the maximum or the total marks. All right, find the total marks. Now understand this, a candidate who gets 20% of the marks. So let us find out the total marks, maximum marks is X. All right, so if he fails 20%, if his marks is 20% of the marks and he fails by 10 marks, if he fails by 10 marks in the sense, what will it be? Passing marks is he is taken less than the passing marks, right? So if he scores 10% more, that is 10 marks more, all right, 20% is of the total marks is what he got. Okay, he fails by 10 marks. If he fails by 10 marks means I have scored 45 and I failed by 5 marks, so my passing marks will be 50, right? So here he has got 20% of the total marks and he fails by 10 marks. So what will be the passing marks? That will be 20% X plus 10. All right. So now look at the second question. This is A, candidate A. All right, candidate B, he gets 42% of the marks. Okay, 42% of the total marks and gets 12% more than the maximum marks. So we know maximum marks is X, right? We know maximum marks is X. So he gets 12% more. 12% more than the passing marks. Oh, sorry, passing marks. It is passing marks. He gets 12% of the total marks more than the passing marks. All right. So I'll just assume passing marks as Y. So this person gets 12% more than the passing marks. So 12% of the maximum marks. All right. This is the equation, right? If you just subtract this, so from B, we'll get it as 42 minus 12, which is 30% of the total marks is the passing marks. 30% of the total marks is passing marks. So we get to know it is 30% of the total marks, right? So substitute Y here. All right, substitute Y here. So that becomes 30% of X is equal to 20% of X plus 10, right? In this equation, if we find out X, we'll get to know what is the value. So 30% of X minus 20% is 10% of X is equal to 10, right? So what will be X? X will be is equal to 10% is 1 by 10. 1 by 10 into 10 is 100. So X value will be 100 marks. That is maximum marks. Okay, I repeat, if we know that 20% of the marks fails by 10 marks, so that is candidate A. If I fail by 5 marks and I've scored 30, the passing marks will be 35, right? I fail by scoring 30 and I am 5 marks less than the passing marks. So it will be passing marks, which is 35. The same concept is here. He gets 20% of the X and he fails by 10 marks by passing marks. Okay, from passing marks, if he fails, if he adds the 10 marks, he will pass. Okay, candidate will pass. So this A candidate has to score Y marks to get passed. Now, from the first condition, we got to know. Second condition is candidate who gets 42% of the total marks gets 12% of the maximum marks more than the passing marks. Now we know passing marks is Y, right? Passing marks is Y. So he gets 12% more than the passing marks. That becomes Y plus 12% of the maximum marks. So in this, we'll get to know what is the passing marks. That is 30% of X, right? Next is we want to find out what is the maximum marks. So we don't know what is the passing marks here, but we know the equation, that is we are splitting up. So 30% of X is equal to 20% of X plus 10. That is this equation from candidate A. All right, that is 30% of X is the passing marks. Take the difference, you will get 10% of X is 10. X value will be 100. We'll go on to the next question. I think this is also the same type of question. If Peter got 30% of the maximum marks in an examination and failed by 10 marks. However, Paul, who took the same examination, got 40% of the total marks and got 15 marks more than the passing marks. All right. What were the passing marks in the examination? The same concept you have to apply here. All right. So Peter, who got 30% of maximum marks, which is X, failed by 10 marks. That is plus 10 gives me passing marks, right? So Paul, who got 40% of the total marks, got 15 marks more. So it will be more than the value. All right. So what will be the Y here? What will be the Y? That is the passing marks. But we do not even know the total marks as well, right? We don't even know the total marks, right? So this means we have to find out what is the passing marks as well. We need to find out the total marks as well, right? So substitute for y. So this becomes 40% of x plus 15 is equal to passing marks. All right, substitute with y here. So this becomes 30% of x plus 10 is equal to 40% of x is plus 15. All right, this is the same condition. Oh, sorry, he gets 15. Okay, this will be plus here. This is minus. Okay, so this will be minus, because here he gets 15 marks more than the passing marks. Okay, so this is Peter, this is Paul. All right, now if you just solve this, the difference in their marks, that is the difference in their marks will be 10% of x, which is 25. So we'll get to know what is the total marks. If 10% is the total marks, then x will be 25 into 100, that is 10% is 1 by 10, right? So this becomes, I'm so sorry, so 40 minus 30 is 10. 10 plus 15 will be 25. So 10% is x by 10 is equal to 25. So total marks here, x is equal to 250, right? Total marks is 250. So what will be the passing marks? Passing marks is here. From Peter, we'll get to know what is the passing marks, right? So y is passing marks, which is 30% of 250, that is the maximum marks, plus 10. So what is 30% of 250? 30%, 10% is 25, 30% is 75. So maximum, that is sorry, Peter got 75 plus 10 will be the passing marks, so which is 85. So passing marks value is 85. The same as previous question, just find out the total marks, find out the passing marks. All right, clear? Okay, we'll go on to the next one. So in an election between two candidates, a person who got 58% of the total votes won the election by majority of 960. It means that, say for example, they were asking what are the total number of votes. Okay, so say for example, candidate A and candidate B are there. So this candidate, say for example, if this candidate got 1000 votes, okay, B, he gets 960. This candidate A wins the election by 960 votes. So he gets 1960. So this is the majority. 960 is the majority. All right, that is the meaning of the question. But what are they asking now? Find the total number of votes. Find the total number of votes. So x will be the total number of votes. Candidate who won the election is 58. He got 58% of the votes. Okay, he got 58% of the votes. And candidate, this is one. Candidate one. Candidate who lost, who got 42% of the vote. All right, so the winning percentage here is what? We'll get to know what is the winning percentage here. So winning percentage here is 16%. Winning percentage is 16%. So 16% of the total votes is the majority. Understood? 16% of the total votes is majority. 58% of the total votes is the candidate who won. 42% of the total votes is the candidate who lost. So the difference is the one candidate, the one who won the votes, the person who wins the election, we get 58%, which is 16% more. Right? The same previous question. 1000 is the one who lost. He gets 1960. He gets 960 more. So here it is 16% more. This means what? 16% of the total number of votes is equal to how much? 960. We need to find out the total number of votes. So this will be 960 into 100 divided by 16. So 16 into 1 time, 16 into 6 times, so it becomes 60. So 60 into 100 is 6,000 votes. So total number of votes are 6,000. Totally we have 6,000 votes. Clear? Hope you all understood. Go on to the next question. Now they're asking, in an election, a candidate A got 75% of the total votes. If 15% of the total votes were declared invalid, the total number of votes is 56,000. Find the number of valid vote polled in the favor of the candidate. In the favor of the candidate is the one who wins the election. Same with respect to election value here. Okay. So imagine, let us consider it is 100%. Okay. If in 100% of the votes, 75%, sorry, they're telling 15% is invalid. Okay. 15% is invalid. So the remaining is 85 valid votes is 56. So 100% is 100% votes is 56,000. Okay. So in this 15% were invalid, 85% were valid. Right. Now first we need to find out what are the valid votes. Take out 15% because this is the lesser value. Right. So 15% is, this is invalid votes. So 15% in the sense 10% is 5,600. 15% is 5% added value, which becomes 2,800. So if you add this together, total invalid votes were 8,400. So what will be the valid votes? Subtract this. 56 minus 0.84. 560 minus 84. 560 minus 84, it will be 476,000. This was the total valid votes. Subtract this. 560 minus 84, you will get the answer, which is 476. All right. So from this 476 valid votes, a person got 75% of the total valid votes. So one who got 75%, that will be the answer what they are asking. Valid votes polled in the favor of the candidate. So 75% is the one who wins the votes, who wins the election, 25% who lost. So they are asking this value. Just find out 75%. So it is nothing but 50 plus 25. So what will be the value? What is 50%? 50% is half of that value. Right? 50% is half of that value. So half of 476 will be 238. 23800. Then 25% is 1/4, or divide this by 2. So that will become 119. If you add this, the total valid votes will be gotten 300 and how much? 38 plus 19 will be 57. So 357,000. So this is the total number of votes who got, who won. All right. Hope you all understood. So total number of votes polled in the favor of the candidate is 3,57,000. Sorry, 35,700. Clear? All right. We'll go on to the next question. Okay, there is a simple question here. A shopkeeper bought 600 oranges and 400 bananas. He found 15% of the oranges and 8% of bananas were rotten. Find the percentage of fruits in bad condition. They're asking find the percentage of fruits in bad condition. How will you solve this? So we have 600 oranges. Okay, so he found 15% of the oranges were rotten. So 15% in the sense 10 plus 5. So 10% is 60 plus 5% is 30. So totally 90 oranges were bad. Remaining 510 were good. This is good. This is bad. Next, we bought bananas. So 400 bananas. Right. So this will be 8%. So I'll take it as 10 minus 2. So 10% is 40 minus 2% will be 2%. 1% is 4. 2% is 8. 40 minus 8, which is 32. This is 10. I'll write it for your reference. 10% and 2%. If you subtract this, you'll get it as 8% were lost. So here it is 15% which were rotten. All right, so 32 bananas were rotten, so it will be remaining 368 which were good. Okay, they're asking what is the percentage of fruits which were in good condition. Percentage of fruits which were in good condition, sorry, bad condition. So they're asking bad condition. Bad condition is 90 plus 32. So 90 plus 32 gives me 100 and 90 plus 3, which is 12, which is 122. 122 divided by total or fruits. Total fruits, because they're asking just fruits together. Total fruits is 1000 into 100. So two zeros gets cancelled. So 122 by 10 will be 12.2% of the total fruits is in bad condition. 12.2% of the total fruits are bad condition. That is rotten. Find out the 15% of 600, which is 90, 8% of 400, which is 32, which will be together 122. So it is 12.2%, which is rotten. All right. We'll go on to the next question. Okay, now this is the question. A vendor sells 60% of apples he had and throws away 15% of the remainder. Next day, he sells 50% of the remainder, okay, which was left out the first day, and throws away the rest. What percentage of the apples does he vendor throw? What percentage of the apples from original value? Okay, that is the meaning of the question. Now, let us say he had originally 100 apples. Okay, so he sells 60%. 60% in the sense 60 apples. So first 60% is sold. Okay, he sells 60% first. Then he throws away 15%. Right? He throws away 15%. So we have 40%, 40 apples left out. All right. So 60 apples were the ones which were sold. Okay, sold. This is left out. Now they're telling he throws away 15% of the remainder. So left out is 40. If he throws 15% of it, 15% in the sense 15 into 4 is 60. So it is he throws away 6 apples. He throws away. So remainder is 34. So this is the remainder on first day. Remainder on first day. Okay, so then they're telling next day. So remainder was 34. Next day, he sells 50%. If he sells 50%, half of 34, which is 17. So remainder is 17 apples now. Then he throws away the rest. Okay, he throws away rest. That means he's throwing 17 apples. Okay, so 17 apples was remaining. that he throws. So 34 minus 17 is 17 apples, which is sold. Remaining is 17, which is thrown. Okay. So now what are they asking? Find the percentage of his apples that were thrown. All right. So here, how many were there thrown? Here it is 6 apples thrown on the first day. Second, it is 17 apples. So totally, how many apples is he throwing? He is throwing 23 apples. Right? If he is throwing 23 apples out of totally 100 apples, that will be into 100. This is the percentage value. That is the percentage value. So this will be 100 and 100 cancels. So he is throwing 23% of the apples. It means he is throwing 23 apples. That's all. All right. Hope everyone understood this. Hope everyone understood this. Clear? All right. So for any other concepts in aptitude, please log into our YouTube channel, which is 7sense Aptitude Prep. Like our YouTube channel, subscribe, and click on the bell icon for the more updates, and also share it with your friends. And if you want to learn more and more concepts on company specific tests, you can log into our portal, which is 7sensetalent.com. Sign up and you can get practice sessions. All right. Thank you so much for being in my session today. Look on for more from tomorrow. All right. See you all. Take care. Bye bye.